Intro. Have you ever wondered how the robots you see in movies are created? What if I told you that with some knowledge, you could build your own? Today, we're diving deep into coding robotics. Whether you're a beginner or have some, there's something valuable here for everyone. By the end of this video, you'll feel more confident tackling real-world projects. And stick around because I'll be revealing a challenging task that could change everything for you. Are you ready to take your first steps towards mastering Python and ROS? Let's get started. Main content. First off, let's talk about Python. Python is one of the most popular programming languages today. It's known for its readability and simplicity. This makes it a perfect choice for beginners. So, why is Python important for robotics? Well, most robotics software is built using Python. It allows for rapid development and testing. Now, let's discuss some basic concepts. You'll need to understand variables, data types, and control structures. Variables are like containers for storing data. You can think of them like boxes that hold different things. Data types include integers, floats, strings, and booleans. Each type serves a different purpose. A simple example, an integer might represent the number of wheels on a robot. A string could be the name of the robot. Control structures like if statements and loops help your code make decisions. For example, if a robot sees an obstacle, it should stop. Now, let's move on to some intermediate concepts. What about functions? Functions are blocks of code that perform a specific task. Imagine having a robot that can play music on command. You would write a function to handle that music playback. This makes your code more organized and reusable. Next up, let's briefly discuss libraries. Libraries are collections of pre-written code that can simplify tasks for you. In robotics, libraries like Pygame help you create simulations without starting from scratch. Now, let's talk about ROS, Robot Operating System. ROS is a powerful tool for creating complex robotics applications. It's like the backbone for your robot's brain. ROS allows different parts of your robot to communicate with each other. For example, one part can gather data from sensors, while another part processes the data. To get started with ROS, you'll need to install it on your computer. I'll leave links in the description on how to do that. After installation, it's important to familiarize yourself with the ROS ecosystem. You can use command line tools to manage packages and launch files. Speaking of launching, let's discuss how nodes work in ROS. Nodes are individual processes that perform specific functions. Think of them as small teams working together to run your robot. For example, one node might handle vision, while another manages movement. Now let's break down a simple project you can try. Imagine a robot that can move in a square pattern using Python and ROS. First, you'll want to set up your workspace. Create a new ROS package using the command line. Next, write a Python script that instructs your robot how to move. Use ROS libraries to handle the move commands. This project is not just fun, it's also a practical way to get familiar with coding and ROS. If you run into problems, try troubleshooting by checking the console for error messages. Most issues will have simple fixes. As we wrap up the main content, I want to give you a bonus tip. Joining a community can be a game changer for your learning. Look for online forums, Discord groups, or local coding clubs focused on robotics. Sharing your ideas and getting feedback from others can help you grow faster. Outro. Now it's time to talk about the challenge I promised you. At the end of this video, your task is to build a simple robot simulation. Use Python and ROS to create a robot that moves according to your commands. This project will test your skills but also help you understand robotics better. Feel free to share your progress in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Your journey into coding and robotics starts today. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Keep pushing your limits and happy coding.